Hey guys, it's Mac here and we're back with another training video. Today we're talking about the radial JDI Passive Direct Box. And this is a direct box that we've brought in to replace a lot of our old aging cheapo DIs. This one you're going to notice right from the very get-go when you pick this puppy up that it has caught weight to it. All metal construction, high-end Jensen transformer inside it. Just that alone is going to take the quality of the sound of any instrument that you plug into this up another level. As a passive DI, this tends to work best with active instruments, so instruments that have some sort of active circuitry in it, like a keyboard, like a bass guitar with active electronics, with an acoustic guitar with active electronics, but almost any instrument will work well with the radial JDI. I found these to be an amazing performer in any live sound or studio gig. So highly recommended that you give the JDI a try. We're just going to do a quick walkthrough of the unit before you get your hands on it and find it in the cabinet one Sunday and say, hey, what's this? I think I'll try it out. Watch this video, watch it a couple times so that you understand how this particular unit works. It's not that complicated, and it's really quite plug and play, but there are a few things that you should understand. Okay, so the radial JDI, starting from the bottom. On the bottom of the unit, we have an input jack, 1/4 inch input. Beside that, we have the through jack. We can also use this as a left and right stereo jack as well. So if we're taking a signal from a keyboard, we can take the left and the right. There's beside that a merge switch. And the merge switch is used, say for instance, when we are taking left and right in. So if we bring our keyboard in left and right, we aren't using a stereo system here at HHAC. We're using a mono front of house system. So anything stereo is going to be summed down to mono anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to take left and right outputs of the keyboard, and then we're going to press the merge switch, and that's going to merge it down to mono for us. Beside that, we have a pad switch, and like any other pad, this is going to apply a little bit of attenuation to a signal if it's coming in too strong. In this particular case, we're applying -15 dB of pad to the instrument if it's too hot. Okay, on the other side of the unit, and I'll start from the right this time, or my right this time, and what we have is the XLR output. So this is our balanced output that's going to our mixing desk. Okay, beside that, we have a polarity reverse, just like on our mixing desk, also like on the LR Bags Para DI, we have a phase reversal or a polarity reverse switch, and we can put the unit 180 degrees out of phase. Where this would be useful for this particular unit is if you're using this unit, say for instance on an acoustic guitar, and you're miking the acoustic guitar at the same time, we could have phase problems, so you may need to phase reverse when you're using the DI in conjunction with a mic on the same instrument. Say, just to reiterate that, if you're using the radial JDI on an instrument in conjunction with a microphone, you may have to put it phase reversed or polarity reversed. Beside that, we have a ground lift, and just like any other unit, the JDI uses a Jensen transformer, high-end transformer that is should take care of most ground loop issues, but if you're finding that you're still getting noise or ground loop in the system, try ground lifting, and that should take care of the problem. And then finally, we have a speaker parallel switch, which we can use to what we call run off the back of a speaker or load a speaker. So if you're in a recording situation and you want to take the output directly off the amplifier and run it through the JDI, you would use the speaker switch, and that would run the JDI in parallel mode with an amplifier. we're pretty much not going to use that here at HHAC on a Sunday morning, so this is a switch that you're probably not going to use very often, if at all. And that pretty much takes care of the JDI. It's pretty much plug and play. You're going to plug the unit in, either in stereo, and if you're in stereo, you're going to use the merge switch. If you're in mono, you're just going to use the left. You might need the pad. You might need to phase reverse if you're happening to use a microphone in conjunction with the JDI, which in most cases you're not, but it's there if you need it. And you're going to have a ground lift switch as well, just in case you find that you have ground loop or hum or noise in the system that you want to get rid of. You can try the ground lift and see if that takes care of the problem for you. Okay guys, so there's the Radial JDI Passive Direct Box. Now that you've had the walkthrough, I just encourage you to rewind, go through this video a couple more times so you're really familiar with the features of this direct box and how to use them in a live sound situation. I'd also encourage you to hook it up on a Saturday morning, hook it up to a keyboard or any other instrument that needs a passive DI, and give it a go and hear for yourself how this is really going to improve the overall tone quality of the instrument and improve your mix in general. So I'd also then to encourage you to maybe retire those old DODs. They really don't need to be used when you've got a DI of this quality. I think this would be your first choice. But I also should mention that the BSS AR133 that we have, this active direct box, okay, this is an active direct box. This is a bit different. This should be used with passive instruments. So if, say for instance you have a bass guitar with passive electronics in it and you want to take a direct DI from the bass guitar, this is the puppy that you're going for. So these are different. This is passive, this is active. This is a great DI as well. BSS makes a quality product, but it's active. So this is going to work for passive electronics. This one works for active electronics. Active electronics like keyboards, like bass guitars with active electronics, with acoustic guitars with active electronics. Okay, this would work better for, say, an acoustic guitar with passive electronics. Okay, so don't get rid of this one. This is a great unit as well. But anyway, I'll just wrap that up. Say, try this out on a Saturday morning. Enjoy. And in the meantime, we'll be back in the new year with a whole new series of videos. And until then, have a happy holidays, and we'll see you in the new year. Peace.